When it comes to fearful avoidant attachment, also known as disorganized attachment, there's often a stigma. People with this attachment style can sometimes feel like the problem child of relationships. Chaotic, unpredictable, even manipulative. But these judgments don't tell the full story.
Instead of reading off lists of traits and behaviors, today we wanted to make it real. Meet Quinn, someone navigating the complex emotional terrain of fearful avoidant attachment. Through Quinn's journey, we'll explore the patterns, struggles, and hope for healing that accompany this attachment style. On the surface, Quinn is magnetic. They're the kind of person who lights up a room with their charm and humor. Friends describe them as outgoing, witty, and full of life. But beneath this vibrant exterior lies a swirling mix of fear and self doubt. Quinn craves connection deeply, but struggles to trust it when it's offered. They're caught in a constant push pull dynamic, unsure whether to lean in or pull back. When things feel too close, they panic. When they feel distant, they hurt.
Quinn met Morgan, their current partner, on a dating app. Morgan was drawn to Quinn's warmth and wit, and for the first months, everything was perfect. They had long talks late into the night, exchanged thoughtful gestures, and shared dreams about the future. But as Morgan began to express deeper feelings, Quinn started to feel uneasy. They would retreat emotionally after a particularly vulnerable moment, cancel plans at the last minute, or respond to Morgan's texts with vague, non-committal answers. For Quinn, it wasn't about not caring, it was about fear. Letting Morgan in felt like walking into a burning house. Quinn's past had taught them that love could hurt, and they weren't sure they could survive being hurt again.
Morgan often felt like they were riding an emotional roller coaster. One day, Quinn would surprise them with an intimate dinner and a heartfelt note. The next, Quinn would go cold, cancel plans, or even ignore Morgan's texts. These patterns weren't malicious, they were protective. When Morgan leaned in, Quinn's fear of being overwhelmed or betrayed triggered their defenses. But when Morgan gave them space, Quinn's fear of abandonment would kick in, pulling them back towards connection. It was a heartbreaking cycle. Quinn wanted love, but didn't know how to trust it.
Quinn's journey toward healing began when Morgan, exhausted but still hopeful, encouraged them to seek therapy. At first, Quinn resisted. The idea of talking about their emotions felt overwhelming. But deep down, they knew they couldn't continue with this cycle of fear and self-doubt. Through emotionally focused therapy, Quinn began to understand how their childhood experiences shaped their attachment style. Their therapist helped them unpack memories of their parents, caregivers who were sources of both comfort and fear. Their mom, struggling with her own trauma and substance use, was warm and loving one moment and unpredictable and distant the next. Their father, though physically present, often ignored their emotional needs. Quinn learned that love came with strings attached, and safety was never guaranteed.
Quinn's therapist introduced them to internal family systems, where they began to identify their protector part, the part of them that pushed others away to avoid being hurt. They started to see that this part wasn't bad, it was just trying to keep them safe. But in doing so, it was keeping them from the love that they craved. Small steps became the foundation of Quinn's healing. Journaling helped them recognize and name their emotions. Mindfulness practices allowed them to pause before reacting in fear. And with Morgan's patience, Quinn practiced vulnerability, sharing a fear, a hope, or a painful memory one small piece at a time.
For the first time, Quinn started to believe that they weren't broken. They began to challenge the negative core beliefs that had haunted them for years. Beliefs such as, I'm not lovable, I'll just get hurt, and I don't deserve this. With time, Quinn learned to communicate their needs clearly, saying to Morgan, I need some space right now, but that doesn't mean I don't care. And when Morgan shared feelings of frustration or hurt, Quinn worked at staying present instead of shutting down.
Quinn's journey also highlights common misconceptions about fearful avoidant attachment. People often think they don't care about their partner. The truth is, they care deeply, but struggle to show it. They're just manipulative or dramatic. In reality, their behaviors stem from fear, not malice. They'll never change. Healing is possible with awareness, effort, and support. Quinn's story reminds us that attachment styles aren't fixed. They're patterns shaped by early experiences, and they can be rewritten.
Quinn isn't healed yet. Healing is a journey, not a destination. There are still days when their fears resurface, when they feel the urge to push Morgan away or retreat into themselves. But now they have tools, self awareness, and a growing belief that they are worthy of love.
And Quinn's story is the testament to the power of resilience and growth. If you see yourself in Quinn or their partner Morgan, know that healing is possible. Therapy, patience, and small steps towards vulnerability can help break the cycle of fear and create deeper connections.
In our next video, we'll explore secure attachment, which is the foundation for healthy, balanced relationships. We'll discuss what secure attachment looks like and how you can cultivate it in your own life, no matter where you're starting from.
And thank you for watching and being an important part of this conversation. Let us know in the comments, what's one small step you'll take toward connection and healing?
And remember, you're not alone. We're all in this
Together.
together.